Hey Reddit and YouTube. So I get a lot of comments and messages about my posts asking for close-ups of what's in my collection. So I figured I'd just give you guys a video tour. So let's get started. So let's start at the bottom of the stairs, and I got my Blood Angel Space Marine costume and my Halo 3 ODST costume. Wore these at the Calgary Comic Expo. Over here, we enter the game room. So I've got a MAME arcade cabinet here that I built with a buddy. It pretty much plays every arcade game ever, along with every retro console ever. Excuse the mess, just cleaning up after a game of Star Wars Armada. Really recommend it, it's pretty cool. So let's start with the collection. So we got Fallout, and the precursor to Fallout, which you might not know about, but it's available on Steam. It's called Wasteland, and if I remember correctly, there were a couple of parts in the first Fallout that actually tied in or referenced parts of Wasteland. So if you don't know about it, haven't played it yet, I highly recommend that you check it out. It's available on Steam and Good Old Games. We have some Warhammer games. So, Space Hulk, new Space Hulk coming out December. I think it's in beta now for anybody who pre-ordered. Really, really fun game. Doesn't exactly follow the rules of the board game much or at all. You can see even back then, I think this is about 25 years ago or so now, or maybe more, but first-person squad-based shooter. Over here, we have the MicroPro shelves, starting with the original Civ. Still play this. I still think it's better than 4, 5, and 6. It's just tedious when you're playing 4, 5, and 6. But this was pretty fun, pretty fast-paced. Still a lot of the same concepts that they have in the modern games. So you can see there's still micromanaging of what you're building in your cities, diplomacy. Next up, we've got the granddaddy of modern RTSs, DUNE 2. Below that, we've got one of my favorite games of all time, Star Control 2. Epic sci-fi game. Got a playthrough video of it with my friend Rain. And below that, we've got Anarchy Online, one of the first sci-fi MMOs. And who doesn't know Doom? Over here we've got a whole bunch of Sierra Online games, showcasing my favorite series of the bunch, the Space Quest series. More Sierra games. And I've got some games with their contents out on display so you can see what they used to include in big box PC games, like a whole bunch of fluff stuff like ship ID manuals, maps, even demos for other games they included in the box. Mainly because we didn't have internet back then, so you could just, download whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted. And it sort of added to the immersion of the game, because this map was made out of cloth, and they included little trinkets. So over here, we've got some more sci-fi games. Another one of my favorites, Syndicate. There's a sort of a remake of it available on Steam yet again, called Satellite Reign. And below that, we've got the gold standard for RPGs in the 90s, the Ultima series. Some EVE Online stuff. Wing Commander series. Original IBM Model M keyboard. Music to my ears. Up here, we've got StarCraft 2 and the original StarCraft and the StarCraft Cinematic DVD. That's where they took all the cutscenes from the original game and dumped them onto DVD for your viewing pleasure. Here we've got the SSI Advanced Dungeons and Dragons games. See, pretty basic graphics, pretty basic gameplay, turn-based combat, a lot of text to read. Like most of the games in the 90s had to read a lot of text. Some more SSI games. Well, this is a franchise that hasn't been revived in a while. Buck Rogers. And some more SSI games. Modern Star Wars games. And here we have my Gundam hangar. Zoom out a bit. So in case you were wondering, these aren't like the HGUC or like perfect grades or master grades. They're pretty much pre-assembled Gunpla. Just because I'm lazy and don't have the time to put into assembling the models myself. My Diablo shelf. And here's my latest gaming device, the glorious modular mechanical keyboard, which I have over here, with custom keycaps that I got on a mass drop. They're called Overcast DSA. So you can see they're meant for CSGO or any other first-person shooter. What I love about this keyboard is the fact that you can swap out the switches if you don't like, the tactile or key press feel of them. So I swapped mine out for blues because I love the click. So what I love about this keyboard, what else I love about this keyboard is it's got animated LEDs, so. Woo! Yay. Back to my shelves. Got some Star Wars and other LucasArts games up here. X-Wing, great full 3D flight simulator. Below that, we've got my BattleTech and MechWarrior shelf, and as you can see here by the hat, I did back the Kickstarter for the new BattleTech game, and I've got an invite for it for a private beta starting next month, so really excited about that. One of my best friends from elementary school actually works for HBS, so got lucky there. So we got the original MechWarrior, and probably the first BattleTech computer game, Crescent Hawk's Inception, which was a great little RPG slash tactical combat game. And then we have Crescent Hawk's Revenge, which was a sequel and was more like a tactical squad-based RTS, I guess. So we got some Star Trek games. Starfleet Command. This series here is sort of, well, mostly based on the Starfleet universe created by, I think, ADB Games. They create things like Klingon Commander, Federation Commander, those sorts of board games. Here we've got my original Commodore 64 that my parents bought for me as a kid. Here's something really interesting in my collection is GEOS, which was basically the 8-bit Commodore version of Windows, as you can see here. So you've got like the graphical desktop, Paint, word processor, little apps like a calculator, and all of this on like 2 floppy disks, and ran completely from floppy disks, so it would take about like 10 minutes to load like any app. So moving on to my console collection, starting off with my PS2 and a decent collection of PlayStation games. Then we go to my original boxed Nintendo Entertainment System, still in pristine condition. It has the original KB sales sticker. Some loose carts. And my boxed collection of NES games. Now, all of these ones that you see here, I owned as a kid, but sold at a garage sale when I was like 10 years old for something stupid like $3 a piece. So if I could go back in time, I would totally kick my own ass. So I had to buy all of these again on eBay at some pretty ridiculous prices. That, I've got my Xbox games and my DS games, and a pretty pathetic collection of Wii shit. Below that, I've got my dad's Atari and a few games, and my Sega Dreamcast with just one pitiful little game, mainly because you could play burnt games on the original Dreamcast unmodded, so you didn't have to do like any stupid tricks or solder in a mod chip or anything like that. So yeah, great for the broke college kid. So let's move on to my board game collection and war game collection. So we'll start off with the original BattleTech. And the newer version by Catalyst Game Labs. Some old school D&D stuff. Like, I don't know what the rules are like now. I honestly haven't played any of the new editions. I just stick with pretty much the classics. Some Car Wars stuff. Some modern board games. Here we have some classic games. Some of these are older than you and me. So look at the original War of the Ring from SPI, circa 1978, and you can see on the cover, that's what they thought a Balrog looked like in the 70s. So it looks like some chubby, fuzzy troll doll. And I think they actually did a good job on depicting what hobbits look like. Definitely look a lot more like hobbits than what they look like in the Lord of the Rings movies. Gollum's pretty much like for like. Although Aragorn, oh my, with those thigh-high boots. Yikes. Warhammer stuff. More Warhammer stuff. And Star Wars Armada. So over here, oh, there's my pulse rifle from Destiny. Goes along with my costume. Got pics of it up on my Imager album. So over here, we have my PS1 and PS2 PCs. That's how I play all my retro games. Found them brand spanking new on eBay, so it was quite the lucky find. And we got my modern battle station here. And up above everything is my BattleTech banner. And to finish it all off, Got my theater room slash console gaming room in here. Yeah, so that's the tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it.